Okay, go ahead.
So this is the person that had her camera off. So what I did was I grouped it because this is for third grade. So I did the bands at the top. And I just did it basically for myself and for my team to justify what I was doing. And then, so for geography, I did the fire safety plan and then practice a fire evacuation route. And then using the map. And then don't forget the essential key features, a compass, rose, and a key. And then I am reaching out to the local grocery stores. So that way, keeping with the low tech, no tech, to get the sale flyers. So that way they can, using a specific budget for either a day or a week, they can plan meals for their family and then figure out what meals can be purchased for less than that amount. So, I mean, I have something similar to that on my math choice board where they can do like $35 and then do a meal, and then they have to also create a menu and then do like they have to be like the waiter or the server and feed their family. And then because the third trimester for third grade at our school is Hancock County government, I added they write a letter to a school board, city council, or county government asking about their jobs. So as you can see, like there's a lot of blank spaces just because there are more for the different bands, and I'm having a hard, I was going to try and see if I could figure out how to add in, but I think I'm just going to leave it that way where and then the parents can just tweak it if they want. And we did Hancock County traditions at the beginning of the year. So I think I'm just going to leave that so that way it can be an enrichment and they can still add to it or redo it or not do it at all. It's just an option.
So Jen, just to clarify for Scarlett, who didn't hear a lot of this the first time, that this is because Scarlett had shared earlier, what did you call it, Scarlett? Responsibilities and opportunities pieces? Possibilities. So it was kind of a list of here's some things that they had to be doing each day and here's some other options. But in your piece, right, this is kids have any option basically on any day to tackle any of these things.
Right. I mean, it doesn't, I had a parent that sent me a picture of like what her schedule was, and her son is very rigid with like on Tuesdays we do social studies. So on Tuesdays he wants to continue to do a social studies activity. So then they go to the choice board and they pick what they want to do for that day. So it could be, this is where it's the menu and they can choose whatever activity they want to do. And I had talked about last week where it's good because it's not just like my third grader that can do it, it's the whole family, and he has a kindergartner brother and he can be included in it. So it's the whole, it's not just my one student that's doing it.
Well, it looks so easy to ratchet these up for, you know, my sixth graders and be able to simplify them, you know, Scarlett, for something that first grade can do or non-reader, or how to, you know, get family involved.
Right.
Just, thank you, Jen, so much for sharing this again.
You're welcome.
And then in that, with mine and Mark, there is, I created, Jen's is a way more fleshed out than the first one that I had for PK through 6, but I just dropped in a link that there is a 712. I put the link in the chat box. It's available on my website to see kind of what are some of these kind of low tech, no tech that Jen has in hers. She's turned hers into a choice board. But again, looking at all of these, it's not about a specific content area. There are underlining like skills of social studies involved, but it's not a worksheet component. It's not a, well, we were teaching World War I, so now we have to do, you know, the whatever, you know, prohibition, like whatever's next. It's just these ideas of things that kids could do with kind of little or minimal support, and definitely not worrying about tech access or anything like that. So there is a 7/12 version of some examples for you to play with as well.
Thank you.
Can I shut this off?
Yep.